Hi guys, I'm Lisa for wtfLisa Tarot. I get messages through songs and other ways. It's pretty weird. So I have one earbud in, one earbud out. Like, share, subscribe, follow, drop a tip, cash app, wtfLisa Tarot. Shop my store, wtfLisa eBay. It's random because that is how eBay is. And reading soap and bath bombs are wtfLisa Etsy. Links are in the description. I had no idea I'd be reading today. I was supposed to be somewhere else, but I had the energy that I needed to leave, and I needed to leave early, so I lied, which I feel terrible about, but I will be forgiven. And I left. And I still have the weird vibe. Now I have Night Moves by Bob Seger in my head. I don't know this song very well. It's a song I've heard, but I don't not enough to know it beyond working on the night moves, and that's all I know. And then I used to watch 30 Rock in my other life, and I don't remember hardly much about it now, even though I watched it all the time and I could quote it now. I don't remember too much, but I do remember an episode where Tina Fey had on a Snuggie and she was working on her night cheese and she was eating cheese. And it's weird because for 2 days now I've been thinking about pizza, but I haven't craved pizza and I didn't want pizza. And anytime someone's talking about food, I'm like, why aren't they talking about pizza? But it's not my energy. Does that make sense? No, I'm an energy reader. Sometimes I hear weird things, or I have an energy. It's not mine. I pick up on other people's energy. Sometimes it sucks. And there's a weird energy today. We had the full moon yesterday. So what do these have to do with each other? Me having to leave somewhere because I got the feeling, and I actually heard someone say it's not safe for me there in my ear, and I had felt weird from the second I got there. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then weirdly, as I was leaving, they were like, I don't even know how we're gonna let you out, and I'm like, I'll find a way. And several people showed up to guide me, which was cool. But then I ran into a friend of mine at the gate. I needed to go, and we talked for a minute, and I got a hug, and we talked some more, and he reaffirmed some things for me, and then he was the one who let me out, and I got exactly where I needed to be, and it was kind of cool. And it's weird. I wonder, me having to leave somewhere unexpectedly and quickly for a good reason, and a friend being the one to get me out. It's almost like a small example of a bigger picture. And sometimes that'll happen to me too. It's the weirdest thing. It's hard to explain, and there's not enough time in this reading for that. Now I have Night Moves, Bob Seger, thinking about pizza, night cheese, and night moves. But sometimes things happen. Sometimes you're moved. Sometimes you have to leave. Sometimes you have to show up. And it doesn't make any sense until later. And Tower, I feel like I will find out later that something happened and it was for my safety that I left. I literally heard in my ear for like an hour, not in my ear, my head, in my ear, you have to leave, it's not safe for you here. And I didn't feel well, but I'm a tarot reader, so I'm like, what is this? Hopefully nothing bad happened there, but I feel like there's a reason I was supposed to leave. And I feel a presence, a very strong one. Like, it was repelling me. Like, I had to get away from it. And the last time I felt that was when a Karmic I actually technically haven't met, but I saw him. I spotted him in the store, and he saw me too, because we talked about this over the phone. As we cannot get near each other, he makes me, it repels, and I felt a similar energy, but it wasn't as repellent. Anyway, he showed up at my work. He was staring at me all creepy the whole time I was walking around, and I stuck to the outer edge of the store. I couldn't get far enough away from this thing till I left. This was years ago. I pretended like I didn't see it. I didn't acknowledge him, and then later on the phone we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, I saw you, and I pretended like I didn't see you, and I fucking laughed. What do you think about that? And then he cried. He was upset. And I was like, well, you're repellent and repugnant, and you're butt ugly. Like, none of these 3 great reasons to fucking leave. Now I have Night Moves, but I feel like somebody... I don't know what this is. I feel like that's just supposed to be an example. And it's almost like I'm seeing a chessboard in a strange way with this Night Moves. And there's some cheese on the side, so people are working on their cheese, their night cheese, and eating pizza and shit while they're working on this chess game. But it's a cosmic chess game of sorts. It's not a real one. It's a metaphor. It's an example. I can't think of the other words. Well, it looks like the black side made a move, and now it's up to the white side to make a move. But the thing is, the white set is a chess master, so it will be an unexpected move. Sometimes you backtrack a little bit to go forward. That's another vibe here. I think the overall energy is unexpected moves. Someone thinks they have you nailed down, that they can predict you, but they cannot. Six of Cups. They may be looking at the past. In some cases, people make up their own past. Like, they'll take some real events, but then they just end up remembering it much better than it was. With this Hierophant, there is an energy to me of judgment. It honestly feels like a chess match, a cosmic chess match. And maybe God or Spirit or Source is the judge of this, but it feels like a checkmate. I think someone makes an unexpected move, and this person thinks for a second, oh, I've won the game. They went backwards, and then it's, no, checkmate. And they're like, what? Oh, these fell out while I was shuffling. 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Someone thought for a second they had it in the bag, 2 of Cups, and they got all cocky, but 10 of Swords, they didn't. If they would have actually taken a second to look at the chessboard, they could have seen the checkmate coming. But I feel like whatever this move is, it threw someone off, and now their plan is up in smoke. Maybe this is also my own reading. Maybe someone didn't expect me to fucking leave where I was supposed to be, because honestly, it was cool. Like, it was a private event with a very, very huge artist, and we had to wear cool wigs, but I just felt like I had to leave, and now I have Psycho Killer by the Talking Head. Something was telling me, get out, get out, get out. It's not safe for someone like you. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for you, and I left. Now I have Psycho Killer, Talking Heads. I can't seem to face up to the 4 of Coins. Something justice. I don't think the artist, it has to do with the artist. It just happened to be the event. I feel like someone there was something off about someone there. And for people like me, empaths and whatnot, Psycho Killer, Casca safe. Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away. As my fingers running away. Some of you, I do get an energy 3 of Coins. Some of you are like a spiritual judge, spiritually ordained in some way. You sense crime, you sense things. You can tell when something's off funky, and it was time to retreat. I don't know. Again, the energy of the dark side making a move, but then the white side making a move that at first seems like a retreat, but it ends up being a checkmate. Wheel of Fortune. We'll see. Knight of Coins. 5 of Coins. It's not a conversation. You can't even finish it. You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything. When I have nothing to say, my lips are sealed. Say something once. Why say it again? That's what he says in this song. And they make that up out of nowhere. Oh, well, I got a checkmate here with this Hangman. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Coins, 5 of Coins, Hangman. Someone thought at first he made a blunder, and they're like, oh, I got this in the bag. But when they looked at the board, they couldn't make any moves. It was actually a checkmate in some way. So maybe this will come down in my own life, too, where I was just getting a low-level example. As sometimes happens. It really has nothing to do with me. It's just to illustrate what I'm supposed to read or tell somebody. Why? I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why Spirit works the way it does. I've asked. I'm like, why? Is this necessary? You can just fucking tell me. I'm good. Says voila. Now he's just speaking in French. Sorry, my French isn't good. I can say je ne parle pas chinois, which is I do not speak Chinese. Je ne parle pas français. I do not speak French. Riso, mon espoir. Je ne lance vers la gloire, okay. Je voudrais un coca. I would like a soda, s'il vous plaît, please. That's about it. Est-ce que je peux aller à la toilette? May I use your bathroom? And that's about all the French I know. He doesn't say any of those things in this song. Psycho. I hate people when they're not polite. I don't know. Maybe some of you have the same energy. You're called to leave a situation. You can't figure out who the enemy is. You just know it's there, and it's better just to go than find out. Maybe you're better off not knowing something. It's like, you know what? I know enough to know that I don't need to know more. Because with this Star of 4 Cups, sure, Empress, something looked good, but Ace of Cups, 2 of Swords. Good things attract bad things. So, like, for me, I was at an event, you know, private one. I can't talk about it, and I can't tell you who or nothing, but I felt the need to leave. I could have stayed and watched this. I don't feel like the energy was coming from the performer. It was someone else there, but pick your battles is the other vibe I'm getting with this King of Cups, Queen of Coins, Fool. Someone's trying to pull some shit. Let's get some tea. I'm already trying to close out this reading. I haven't pulled any tea. And some of you, it might be the same energy. You're feeling when you go somewhere, it's supposed to be light and fun. There's a dark energy, a dark presence, or there's something. It's because they're trying that last-ditch chess move before the checkmate. In some cases, the last-ditch chess move is what results in the checkmate. I started to say check move because it was already like, I don't know. This person isn't as clever as they think, and they are not good at chess. With this shadow work and freaky shit, I feel like they got so caught up in their own sauce and whatever bullshit they're doing, they didn't actually realize it was a terrible plan. With this wise but energy jumpers, again, energy vampire vibes. Some of you want to cross them a lot. I have enjoyed the silence, Depeche Mode. I kind of feel like someone could be stunned too. They didn't expect you to make that move where you just. Like, for me, I just left, and I made up a pretty piss-poor excuse, but I had to leave. There was a reason, and I feel it. My head was starting to hurt, and I never get headaches. So, that's weird. I got Envy, Jail, and Truth Unveiled. For some of you, I feel like, and if it's not necessarily actual jail showing up, maybe someone gets arrested later. You were supposed to be somewhere, but you declined, and then people ended up arrested or something weird happens. I don't know. Other energy, though, is a lot of you are trying. It's not. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm, is what he's saying in my ear. Thanks to Depeche Mode. It's not the energy of jail. It's, again, that chessboard. And someone thinks whatever move you make is backwards. So they think for a second they've got you. Right? And with this envy and jail, they think they've got you, but then Truth Unveiled, voila, it was actually a brilliant move. And I got this hiding tears because they realized they have broken. They have not broken, they have lost. But he just said broken in my ear, and then I said it out loud. But maybe they feel broken. Not only did you win the chess game, you fucking broke it. You broke the game. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. So what is in the shadows? How do we end out this reading? Yeah, I didn't imagine it. Okay, so some of you, again, if you've been in situations, I use mine as an example. Each one teach one. I believe firmly in that. So if I use myself as an example, I believe in each one teach one. Some of you felt uncomfortable. And weirdly, I had a conversation with someone tonight where they were saying they had to leave a job. They just felt oddly uncomfortable and they don't care. They just knew it was better to struggle for a month than it was to stay somewhere that felt very often weird, and here I am talking about it too. Those of you, if someone's telling you you're crazy for feeling that, you are not. I'm different now. You know exactly what's going on. You know what's best for you, and I'm happy that it's over. You know it's best to leave, and sometimes later you'll find out later. Sometimes later you'll find out later. I can't even speak now. Why it was best for you to leave, why it was best to go, why you had that feeling. Trust your guts.